Well, welcome to Peak Academy. This is our students. We're sitting here just randomly having a conversation and seeing where it goes. So do feel free to join us as we go down this rabbit hole. We're going to be talking about ownership and what are some of the other buzzwords we've used? Relationship and spoon feeding and all of these kind of things. And so as we get into this, enjoy the show. Well, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Fantastic. All had a fantastic week. What does that mean?
It's Friday!
It was a fine week.
No, it's Friday! Yeah.
Good. Well, today what we're going to do is we're just going to go through and have a chat around your experience here at Peak, and let's see and share our experiences together. Shall we do that?
Sounds good.
So my first question to you is, coming from a government school into Peak, what was that experience like?
Well, I was homeschooled for 2 years, and I kind of heard of Peak through a friend, and I came kind of late November, and I wasn't really expecting anything, and then I was like, oh, actually, it's quite nice. So I think I got in, and then I came, and it was a good transition. It was good.
I think for me, okay, so government school my whole life. So government school, they're very, what's in the textbook is what's going to be in your test, what's going to be in your exams. That's literally what you're going to learn your whole life. So when coming here, it's all about what your opinion is and how you think you could go about it. There's not one set way. Like, there's not one way to do this. So Peak, along with Cambridge, very, helps you, spread out, with your ideas and learn it, go through what you want to, I'm not even making sense. Basically just more freedom, more creativity. So when you're talking about these things and when you're learning about these things, it's actually a lot more easier to give your opinion and to help with those things.
Yeah. The thing I enjoyed about Peak was the fact that there was more study periods in between. So you have a class and then you have a 45 period in between where you can do the work that was given in the class before, or you can book an office hour where you can go and talk to the teacher about work you didn't understand.
Yeah.
That's quite a big thing, and you've highlighted something that we're going to definitely talk about just now, which I think is a plus for Peak. Jody, what's your experience?
Well, so I came from a micro school in Johannesburg, and it was a big move coming here because I had never had lessons or classes before. But it's nice to have time in the day, as Renia said, to have office hours where you can go and ask for one-on-one help as opposed to being in the class and still asking questions.
Absolutely. Pussy.
After I moved back here last year, I was homeschooled for that year, and I was just looking for a more smoother transition rather than going straight into a government school where I had no idea how things operated. Just going to a place that was more smaller and compact and where I could get more one-on-one time with teachers really understand what I was being taught.
Yeah. So just to be clear, you don't even come from the South African schooling system.
Nope.
So completely different. So where were you before you were here in South Africa?
We were in Colorado Springs in America, and I went to Colorado Springs Christian schools, and it was a really good school, but it was huge. Half the time I didn't really understand the content that was being given to us, and so I think just having smaller classes and being able to speak to teachers one-on-one if you really don't understand something has been a massive improvement for me. So yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's also you can, with these office hours, you create a relationship with the teacher. So instead of being 40 kids in one school all trying to get the teacher's attention, you can actually individually go to the teacher. And it doesn't always have to be about school that you're booking these office hours, even though it's technically meant for school. But sometimes it's nice to get a teacher's view on things and to actually know someone's there to help you through just about anything.
You've just mentioned another buzzword. What is it?
Relationship.
We'll get into that too. Jacob?
I also think it's mostly about like the community. I feel with less students, we're actually more like together in a way. Because with a bigger school, like a public school, I've never actually been to one. I've been to a big-ish school. And like one of the problems is I don't really know everybody. I only know a certain amount of people. With a smaller school like this, I actually know everyone's name. Like I know, oh, that's this person.
Another great thing is, like, often something that I struggle with is, like, I won't get it when the teacher says it. So then it's very easy to go to someone and say, like, look, I'm struggling with this, can you help me? And it's very easy to do that because everyone knows everyone. So it's very easy to just go up to someone and then they'll help you, and it's a whole community of people just helping one another all the time.
I also think, so all positives, but I also think one of the things that was actually a challenge for me was actually changing the way my mindset about the schoolwork, because I wasn't able to just parrot anymore. So instead of reading my textbook the night before and then writing my test and doing really well, I now had to actually think my stuff through. So I think that's actually a little bit of a challenge, which is you smoothly enter this whole idea of Cambridge so that when you go, you're not just slammed with, oh yeah, you have to have all your own opinions. Don't give me something the textbook says.
So basically you're saying is primary school, when you're moving into peak, there's a bit of this rough water between what used to be and now the new way of thinking.
Yeah.
And so then we move. That's quite cool. So I've got another surprise for you while we're sitting here talking, and that is I have made you, with these two hands, milkshakes, which I think is a busy melting away as it is.